Hello, this is the Harboring Light. I'm Mary. I give a conservative perspective about the world around me. As I do in the beginning of every episode of my podcast, mention social media. And to add on to that, I am on Substack. I write on Substack as a supplement for my podcast, and I will include that link including the link for my social media platforms. So you enjoy both content. Feel free. Let me explain it. So with my podcast content, you enjoy, feel free to follow, share, and give me a rating. And also comments are greatly appreciated. I appreciate all you listeners out there. Thank you so much. It means a lot. And just follow me on social media. Email me with questions, comments, concerns. Would be greatly appreciated. And you enjoy my writing content, just feel free to follow, and you want to subscribe, go ahead. That'd be greatly appreciated. So audio platforms, I am on Audible, I'm on Amazon Music, I'm on iHeartRadio, I'm on Overcast, Pocket Cast, I'm on Pandora, Spotify for podcasters. I'm looking to grow to where you enjoy your content. I am on that. Now this episode is centered around 3 songs that focuses on Thanksgiving. It has the Thanksgiving theme. Now, these 3 songs are Alice's Restaurant, Bless This House, and the hymn, Come Ye Thankful People Come. I will give, the historical background around all these 3 songs and my thoughts and analysis about it. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, before I get into talking about all these 3 songs with the, factual parts of it and the analysis of it and the historical background of it, I'm going to give my thoughts. So, adding in spiritual, Christian, specifically with Christian things with songs, is giving thanks to Thanksgiving, and then the political aspects also with Alice's Restaurant with that song. I think it helps to give a variety of the ideas and the input of what people have towards Thanksgiving. And I think it helps to give a more enriched point of view about giving thanks and about the meaning of Thanksgiving. And I think it's a really good example of what America is about. Seeing all different points of views and giving the opportunity to talk about these different points of views. All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk about all these 3 songs. Okay, Alice's Restaurant by Arlo Guthrie was entitled with the full name Alice's Restaurant Massacre. It had its conception on Thanksgiving Day in 1965 when Guthrie, then 18, and friend Rick Robbins, 19, were clearing out the Stockbridge, Massachusetts home of Alice and Ray Brock. Fittingly, it was a Thanksgiving feast prepared by Alice that started the events memorialized in Guthrie's song, a work that capitalized a young generational disaffection with bureaucratic stupidity. It resonated as an anti-war anthem and still captivates audiences with its simple melody, gentle narrative, and infectious chorus. On that fateful holiday, a dozen or so young guests overnighted in sleeping bags on the church's first-floor sanctuary. The Brocks occupied the bell tower. Appreciating the hospitality, Arlo, on Thanksgiving break from his first and last semester as a Montana College forestry major, decided the least he could do was help clean up. The junk the guests cleared out, according to the article in their Berkshire Eagle, included nearly enough bottles. It had garbage, paper, and boxes to fill with their Volkswagen bus. With the city dump closed for the holiday, Arlo and his friend added the trash to a pre-existing heap they saw on the side of the road. On November 29th, 4 days later, the two malefactors pled guilty to illegally disposing of rubbish, and each paid a $25 fine. Ordered to remove the rubbish from residential property along Stockburg's Prospector Street, they did so following a heavy rain. Guthrie began composing a song about this immediately afterward, though he didn't think to put it to paper until informed he needed a copyright. Guthrie then went on to say, with the Smithsonian Magazine, which this information will be linked in this episode, he says, "I didn't write a manifesto, I just wrote a song." Guthrie explained via email from a tour with two of his musician children. "I simply put my real-life events into context from my perspective." He called it Allison's Restaurant Massacre. The last word meaning, colloquially, a series of absurd events. Guthrie continued to nurture Alice in coffee house and concert venues at home and abroad, where its performance length ranges from 18 to 35 minutes. Okay, now, Come Ye Thankful People Come by Henry Alford. Born into a long line of Anglican clergymen, Alford was raised early by his father and later by his uncle, Reverend Samuel Alford, due to his mother's death during his birth. This instability resulted in his early education being scattered between private tutoring and a variety of schools, but in 1827, he became a scholar at Trinity College, where he received all his secondary education. He was ordained a priest in the Anglican Church in 1834. Now, his first hymn appeared in Alford's Psalm and Hymns, adapted by the Sundays and holidays throughout the year in 1844. Methodist hymnologist J. Richard Watson details several revisions of the text, both by Alford and others, resulting in the author's final revision in 1868, Watson-Canterbury Dictionary, that is. In this hymn, Alford used traditional language and imagery of the rural community to lend words of thankfulness for God's provision and to expand upon Matthew 13:24 through 30. Okay, and lastly, Bless This House. The Song of Dedication for a Home was written by English academic and writer Helen Taylor. It was first published as Bless This House in 1927 but later had some minor adjustments suggested by Irish tenor John McCormack. The tune was written by her friend, Australian-born composer May H. Braugh. Though not originally intended as a hymn, it is seen as one by many people. However, it does not appear to have been published in many hymnals. Artists who have recorded it include Perry Como and many others. Okay, so to add on to that, with Perry Como. Okay, so in the United States, this song is strongly associated with Thanksgiving and is often sung around this tune. It is frequently found in spiritual inspirational collections such as Doris Day album, You'll Never Walk Alone, and the Perry Como album, I Believe, as well as in many hymnals. It was a favorite of Vera Lynn, British WW2 Forces sweetheart, and appears on her album Favorite Sacred Songs in 1972. Australian duo Generation Gap, Australian tenor Jim Hopkin and pianist Stephen Lightbody also recorded a version of the song which appears on their 2009 album A New Beginning. Other singers to record it include Peter Dawson, Joseph Locke, Benjamin Look, Steve Conway, Harry Secombe, I believe, Rosemary Clooney, Leslie Garrett, and many others to add on to that. So this reaches the Harboring Light. Tune in and turn up. And definitely take care. Bye-bye now.